My name is no shadow when you waking up to flowers, bringing the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday mornings the very best. It's Monday Morning Talks, we got the sauce. It's Monday Morning Talks, we walk the walk. It's Monday Morning Talks, this is Cesar here speaking loud and clear. It's Monday Morning Talks with So, Michelle Lachey, and Miss J. It's Monday Morning Talks, y'all.
Hey, it's Monday Morning Talks, y'all. Good Monday morning and welcome to Monday Morning Talks. I am your girl, So, and I am here with my ladies, Michelle Lachey and Miss J.
Hey,
And we have
y'all.
our wonderful special guest, the beautiful Alexa Ryan, with us this morning. How are you, Alexa?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm great. We're great.
Good. So happy to
So,
have you on the show.
Thank you.
yes,
timely
thank you for
today.
coming on. So, we before we get into our
Michelle is cutting
topic,
up.
Michelle is cutting up this morning. I don't know what's going on with her. Matter of fact, we know what's going on with her. We're gonna get into our weekends, so we're gonna talk about Michelle Lachey weekend first because I seen pictures of her exposing booty out. And, it's not booty out, but button dropped, and you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
And
she's
you know
getting
what
a
I'm saying,
Megan Thee
belly
Stallion
rolls,
on.
get it. So what you been doing this weekend, Miss Michelle Lachey?
Nothing. I went outside with
Living her
people.
best life.
I went outside, y'all. Hey, we outside.
We
I just went
outside.
to brunch
Outside
with
is
some
open back
friends.
up.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
I was going to tell
I
you
just
to
went
fix
to.
your headspace.
Yeah, I'm trying to see why my top of my head is not all right. But then I want to be like everybody
I think
else.
when you put that, I think when you put that
There we
ponytail
go.
in, it may raise your head up.
It made it higher.
It may.
But yeah, no, I went out to brunch with some friends, and then that was pretty much it. What else did I do this weekend? Yeah, that was it. Just other stuff was like running errands, but I did go out because I was trying to get out of it though. I ain't gonna even lie. In the back of my mind, I was thinking of excuses, but I was just like, no, let me go out here and one of my other friends had posted the day before she had went to some Christmas pop up thing that happened in Chicago, and she looked like she had so much fun. And she's like, I had so much fun. And then I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get out of going out. And she was like, girl, you better get cute and go outside. And so that's what I did.
No movies
So yeah,
this
that was pretty
weekend.
much it. Huh?
No
movies.
movies
No,
this
Spider-Man
weekend.
comes out. Spider-Man comes out this weekend,
Yes,
coming up on the 17th.
I'm gonna go see that. I've been behind on my
Yeah,
Marvel, so
we're going to go see Spider-Man on the 17th or the 18th, whatever. Anyway, so if you got
Spider-Man is
T-Mobile
Marvel
Tuesday,
now,
y'all gotta
right?
know T-Mobile giving $4 tickets on tomorrow.
Spider-Man is Marvel now, right? Because I know he was in the Avengers. He's Marvel now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Spider-Man is a Marvel character. Yes.
Yes, because he
So
was.
yeah,
They wasn't
that's
that first
pretty
to say.
much it. Next weekend will be a more eventful weekend. I'm going to do some spoken word, and I'm going to go to the movie. So we'll have more to talk about next week.
Okay, yay.
So
Okay, so
yeah.
your weekend wasn't as exciting as you made it seem on. See, that's what the thing with with social media. I think people had all this fun and had all this stuff to talk about, and all the time they was just, I just went
I
to
mean, I
brunch, and
did
it was
have
just like,
fun.
you know,
I went to brunch. It was
social
very
media is
expensive.
misleading.
I mean, the food was okay, but it
The
wasn't worth the
mimosas
money.
kicked in.
Girl, we ain't even have. Let
That
me tell
part.
you something. They wanted $35 for bottomless mimosas. $35 for bottomless mimosas, and we was like
So what's a
$35.
bottomless? There's nothing at the bottom.
No, that means they keep
They
coming
just
until
keep
you stop.
coming.
Oh, let's say
So we was
unlimited.
like,
You know,
it sounds better bottomless.
That
You
ain't
know what I'm
bad.
saying?
That's good.
I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be bad if it wasn't $20 for chicken and waffles, and you only got 2 chicken wings and 1 waffle. Then maybe I could afford a bottomless mimosa if I ain't paying $30 for a piece of chicken. You know what I'm
That part.
saying?
Was it a
So
wing
no,
or was it a thigh?
no, it's 2 wings
Versus two
and
wings.
1
Wings are
waffle.
expensive.
Yeah, that's
Baby,
because
they
of
expensive,
inflation.
but they ain't $20 for 2, honey. It was $15 for 20 the other day when I bought them. Okay.
Okay, well,
No.
well
I'm
Michelle
so
had a
sick.
whole rant of a weekend. Okay. Miss J, how was your weekend? Here we go. Maybe it's a little more exciting than bottomless mimosas.
My weekend.
I'm getting you back for this.
My weekend was good. I actually went up to Michigan with my brother and my nieces one of my nieces and Jaden for my dad's birthday on Friday. So we went and visited his grave and released balloons and put some flowers on his grave. And then he's actually buried by like 5 or 6 other family members. So we just put flowers on everybody's grave. And I gave my son and my niece a little history lesson on who everybody was and, letting them know how the family tree all connects. Saturday, what did I do? Nothing, just chilled out. And then I left back yesterday and came back down to the A. And my weekend was really chill. Surprisingly, this was one of the first weekends I just chilled out, just didn't do a whole lot. And I was actually okay with it. Like, I needed it. When I tell y'all overslept this morning, though, Jaden was late for school. Sorry, son, because I was tired, y'all. Like, it was something about the little bit of jet lag mixed with the time difference, mixed with just moving around. Friday was a long day. We left on Thursday night. Like, it was just a lot of moving parts, and I just needed to catch up on that sleep. I just didn't need to do it today. But
you flew to Michigan?
We drove to Michigan, so it was like a 2-hour drive from Chicago. He's in Kalamazoo, so.
Okay.
It's only like 2 hours, so it's not too far.
Because when we came from my brother's wedding, it was in Lake Geneva, so it was like an extra 2 hours, but it felt like it added an extra 15. It was I feel you, Miss J. Yeah.
And then it was raining. See, and then that's the thing too. Like, luckily my brother was the one who drove, but just staying up, riding with him, and then my sleep pattern was kind of broken up throughout the day because I slept some of the parts, and then my sister and my niece, they actually got into a really bad car accident on Thursday, so they did not go with us. So we stopped at her house on Friday to check on them. So thank God they're okay. But somebody turned them around into oncoming traffic. Wow. She ended up in another car, knocking her engine from up underneath the car. Like, it was crazy. She broke her nose. My sister did. My niece, apparently her seatbelt came off. She hit her face on the window. Like, it was crazy. It's been an eventful week, to say the least. But yeah, thank God they're okay. So we went and checked on them on Friday once we came back. So we spent a couple hours over there too. So I just been all over moving around, and my sleep and my body was just like shut down. So yeah, that was my weekend though. I'm sorry, I know there was a whole lot going on.
That's all right. You got a lot going on.
I did. I really did. I was like, okay, I gotta sit my body down. Alexa, how was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad. It was nothing too crazy for me. I went out. It was my first time going out as Alexa. But
nice.
And how was that experience?
Right. That was my next question.
It was. Oh my God! I forgot to switch my device, so now it just started going off when I said my name. It was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking because it was my first time having to use like public restrooms and all those fun issues that are fun for us trans girls to tackle. But it was a really fun night.
Well, look who showed up on
the morning, ladies. Now, Chip is actually AKA. Yes, Mark. Hi, good morning, Mark. Look at you on time, proving Michelle wrong, huh?
I didn't even tell Mark to come on. Come on, Mark.
He said he's gonna show you this week. Mark said he's showing you this week.
He's showing up and showing out.
Impressed. All right. Okay, so let's hear about your exciting weekend since everybody else's was boring according to you.
Let me tell you about my exciting weekend, okay? You want to hear what I did? since y'all don't never send me pictures of y'all weekend, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of what I did for the last 5 nights. Okay, it's called work. I worked 5 nights straight. Okay, I worked 5 nights straight.
Ooh.
Dead to the world by Sunday. Okay, I worked Friday. I worked Friday up until Saturday night. So I got off at 6:45 Sunday morning. So so dead to the world basically. But then I did okay, so I worked.
See?
If you know that always happens. I did something Friday. No, I basically just slept. Oh, Saturday. Saturday we did our podcast.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
The Under Talk podcast.
The only one I saw was 12 minutes long.
Oh, because you know what? It had cut my iPad died, so we had to go and we had to charge it, and so I had to go on my phone. So it's 2 videos on the page. So it's like the first one, and then it's the second one because my iPad had died mid show. And so then
I swear to goodness, I was rewinding and everything. I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like I missed a whole lot here. Something's going on.
You did, and we had a good show Saturday too. We talked about it wasn't relationship based this time, surprisingly. Most times it's always relationship based. But we talked about like some of that subjects was like, is schools as important as society say? Then the other one was, does the country need a president or a vice president? And then or either, or both or one, so we had a couple good topics on that, and it was fun. It's always fun. Fernando, he was one of our classmates at IMS. He had filled in for El Dorado because El Dorado couldn't make it. So yes, we always have fun when we're there. So that's what I did.
Who's the Hispanic boy? We don't know him.
That's Fernando, my boy. That's my little brother. So, he a little cutie too, but he a little youngin'. And so that's why he my little brother.
He look like a baby.
He is. He like 20. No, he's about almost 30. So he's not that much of a baby.
Fernando. I don't feel like he came in after y'all.
He came in. Yeah, after, because the day we was shooting our short film, that's the day I met him. He came to be in my short film, and so the same day he signed up. So he came in like a little before y'all graduated. No, he was the guy with the gun. He's the one with the gun.
Oh,
the one that shot.
Okay.
So we're actually about to refilm the short film, which I'm very excited about. The script is a little longer, so I added in like some more scenes, some more to the scenes that we already had. We're getting our shot list together. We got our locations together. So the whole crew that part of the short film, we're all about to get together, and we're about to reshoot Joey and Jordy, a hip hop love story. So be looking out. It's going to be much better than the first one, which was like my very first time putting on a film.
But the first one was lit too. The first one was lit.
It was like edited. It was edited via me having COVID at home.
Yeah, I remember that.
Battling COVID and editing a film. So you got what you got, but now that and plus that's my first time ever editing. So now that I'm better at it, we're all getting together. It's gonna be dope. So be looking out for that Joey and Jordy, a hip hop love story short film soon, hopefully before before New Year's maybe. But that's very soon. Maybe after New Year's, whatever. Anyway, so also I have to promote again my book. It's Never Too Late to Be Unstoppable. It's me and 5 authors. It is if you didn't get the 99-cent Kindle version by October 4th, it is now $2.99 on Kindle. But the paperbacks will be coming out at least by January 4th. We're hopeful for. It's a book about 5 authors telling their never too late stories. So that will be coming out soon. And also, if you are in the Chicagoland area this Monday, my nephew, my boy, Malik Loyal Zoo, it will be performing his new single, Turn You On. This is one that just dropped on November 24th. And he have another one that's about to drop on Christmas. He will be performing December 20th for Mic Check Mondays, hosted by The Morning Jump Off at, where's the address? 4532 South College Road. So be there, see him perform and support him. And yeah, that's for my little promotes, and all that good stuff. So, go some comments. Mark said, on time without her summoning me. I don't want to mess up her name. Cheyenne.
I don't even know who that
she
is.
said Miss J. Oh,
Skip
who
the
you know
next
her?
comment.
Somebody
No,
saying
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I saw that and I was like, who is that?
Okay.
Hi,
Craig,
Craig.
have a pleasant day. Hey, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
You have
Look.
a pleasant day also. Hey, Craig. Hey,
Craig.
Yeah, I saw Cheyenne's message come through and I was like, who is that?
I didn't even see the second one before I saw the first one.
I was going to tell you to skip it and I was like, who is this? Don't call me. I don't know you. I don't even
that was one of your friends.
No, I don't even know who that is. That's why I was like, who is that? I even went to my friends list, like, maybe I accepted them. No, you're not even on my friends list. I don't know who you are.
It's a secret admirer.
Don't start shit.
It looks like a Cheyenne. That sounds like that sounds more spammy. That sounds like trafficking admirer.
That sounds like Jay in them red boots.
You know what, shit?
You made me spill my coffee. Anyway, on that note. Anyway, so we're gonna get into our topic, and we're gonna go Miss Alexa, Ryan, and hold on. After they stop being crazy,
sorry, we good now.
We just showing love.
Yeah, much love, always. So Alexa, I just want you to get into just basically telling us about, your journey. I follow you on Facebook, and I really love seeing your journey. I remember here one post you put up about, losing clients when you was telling them, that you were transitioning and things like that. So just kind of like, tell us about you, who you are, what you do, and just go into, telling us your story about your transition, because I'm very interested and I want everyone else to be too.
Well, thank you. So my name is Alexa, my name now is Alexa. I started transitioning in the very beginning of September. I came out on September 1st, and then it was, I think, September 24th. I started actually physically transitioning with hormones and everything like that. And I came out to all my clients because I'm a barber, which I knew was going to be a little bit of a hurdle because I'm a barber in Northwest Indiana. So it was kind of a rough combination of dominated field, a occasionally homophobic and transphobic field, mixed with not living in the most liberal state. Even our more liberal corner of Indiana is still pretty conservative and pretty old school, especially when it comes to things like trans people and things like that. So I did, to avoid awkwardness, I just said okay, I'll come out to all my clients in a mass text. So I sent them a text, said hey, this is my new name, my new pronouns. I would appreciate it if you guys can respect me, go by these, and I'll see you guys soon. And I pretty much instantly lost about 56% of my clientele, which is what I expected. I expected that it was
60%.
Yeah.
50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said 60?
50. I think the final total was 56.5.
Yeah.
Wow. So we can wind it up to 60.
Yeah.
What is it that you do again, Alexa? I'm sorry, I missed that part. What do you do?
She's
again?
a barber.
I'm a barber. Yeah, I started as a hairstylist, and I did that for about 9 years, and then I switched to barbering about 3 years ago.
So, okay, never mind. I keep that to myself. Continue with your story. Go ahead.
He's in Indiana. Remember that the reason why I didn't move out there.
I know. That's not like so. I mean, so what pronoun mean I can't get a good line in no more. I mean, I was
perfect. I was perfect for you before you knew who I really was. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, but.
Yeah, and all of that. Yeah, that was one of the many crazy parts. Is now I've had to become even better at what I do to try to convince people to when I take new clients to try to convince them to come back to me and stuff like that, I've had to get even better at doing bald fades and linings and making sure that everything's like super, super clean. But it was what I, so it's an uphill fight, but it's okay.
That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Because it's not like you asked these people to marry you. You just said, look,
You just ask them to respect you.
Right.
This is my truth. This is all I need you to do. Next time you come in, call me Alexa, say, hey girl, and then that's it. Like, all right.
Or just come in and sit down and shut up and let me cut your hair if you don't want
Right,
to
get
do
your
that.
hair cut.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Just get your
You
hair
don't
cut,
have
go
to say
home.
anything.
You know,
You
pay
don't
the
even have to
bills.
say
Bye.
anything. Just keep your mask
Pretty
on
much.
at this point.
Right, keep your mask on. Get your hair. I was fading you up all these years. You love what I did. Me telling you who I am ain't changing my work. You know what I'm saying? What do you think I'm going to start just getting sloppy because I told you? You know, come on now. No. So,
no, the hormones aren't going to start affecting my skill anytime soon, as far as I know. But, and I do have some people that come to me still that have told me that they disagree with it, but they're at least respectful enough to say, like, you know, I'll call you by the right name and the pronouns because I want to be nice to you.
That's nice. See, and that's respectful.
Yeah,
they didn't have to add in, I agree. I don't agree with you. They could have just came in and said, called you and respected you like you asked. You didn't ask for their opinion of how they felt about it. You know, they could have kept that to themselves too.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is in our industry because we physically touch our clients. I think a lot of them feel closer to us than they actually are sometimes. And don't get me wrong, I have clients that I do consider like friends at this point. But for some of my clients, and like I know they feel the same way, it's like they're just here to get a haircut. I'm just here to work.
Right.
I like money with them and stuff like that, but we're not besties hanging out on the weekends, going to Starbucks every day or anything like that. Like it's just a business relationship.
Right, exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah. Good old people.
So okay. So with your transitioning, I know you like taking hormones. I know, like, so how long, like, so is this something that hormones you have to take for the rest of your life, or is this a certain point until you get to where you feel like you want to be in your journey?
It kind of varies. There's a few different factors that kind of go into it. I'm on 3 different medications for it. Because one is the estrogen, one is a testosterone blocker, and then there's an androgen blocker. One of them I will have to be on probably permanently because it helps with like male pattern baldness that I had experienced before. So it'll help actually regrow my hair so I can stop wearing wigs. And then
really? I need that because when I got braids and stuff, they had took out some of my hair. What's that called? I need that. I'm getting it's growing your hair back. I need that.
You need to get some baby don't be bald.
Oh yeah. Baby don't be bald.
No, it really works. Or some black castor oil.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
Biotin.
Yeah, so I'll be on some form of them for a pretty long time. It also depends too on if I get like certain surgeries. Like if I decide to get bottom surgery, then I won't really necessarily need testosterone blockers anymore. But that's a whole huge process, and it's a really long recovery time. So like that's pretty far off in the future.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good.
So Alexa, when you came out to your family, how did they feel about that? Were they supportive of your decision?
Yeah, my family has actually been like very fantastic. This weekend though is like when we do like our family Christmas because we all live kind of all over the place. So like me and my sister live out here, and I see her very often. But my brother is up almost by Green Bay, and then my dad is out in Vegas with my stepmom. So it'll be my first time seeing my brother, his wife, and then my dad and my stepmom.
Oh wow, that's good.
It's a little nerve-wracking because I know that they're supportive, but like I still like am nervous for them to actually see me in person.
Right.
Also, they haven't seen you as the real Alexa Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be potentially awkward at first, and there's definitely going to be, at least for me, copious amounts of wine.
Wine makes everything better.
Oh yeah, until the next day, I realize
right?
Yeah,
tequila in that.
I love a good bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
also
I know you. Go ahead, Michelle. You had a question?
No, I was just saying how much wine takes the blues away.
It sure does.
And also, I was going to ask too. Back to the hormone pills. I remember on your post you were saying how it's starting to help you get in tune with your emotions. So coming to it like as you were male, you wasn't too much in tune with your emotions as you are now with taking the hormones. And are you crying more? Are you understanding more? Like, how is that affecting?
Yeah, even like yeah. It's hard to explain because it's not necessarily that like I'm more emotional than I was before. It's more so that like a lot of times like I feel like especially part of it's like how like men are just raised in society to like always like choke down your emotions when you do feel them.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed ever since being on hormones, it's unbelievably difficult for me to choke them down, and they end up just like kind of welling up and coming out. Which
so
leads
we
to me
should give
crying.
those hormones to men.
Yeah,
so that they can not choke out, they can express themselves a little more. So
no, we should just start telling men that they don't have that it's wrong to not feel. To feel. Yeah. So women don't have to go through the BS that men put us through because they've been taught to not feel.
This is
Speak your mind. You gotta cry. Sir. You know what I'm saying?
So Alexa, how long did it take you before you were set on transitioning? Like, did you go back and forth about this decision? Was this something that you always knew that you wanted to do? Like, what was that defining moment for you to say, okay, this is something that I'm going to do for me?
So we had spent like a couple months in therapy, working on it. It was one of the main reasons that I started going to therapy about a year ago. And he had me like doing kind of like small like experiments to figure out if I was non-binary or maybe it was just gender expression where there was like no other label. By like just doing small things like, hey, like he would say like, okay, go get your nails done and like just you know, you can still dress as a boy the whole rest of the time and report back to me and tell me how that feels. And then I would go more like full out, like how I look now in the privacy of my home. Like this is why half the time at first I could not wait to get home. And then what was it? There was one night where I decided, I think it was right after I bought my wig. I decided I was like, okay, I'm gonna go full out tonight. And there's also a dress that I bought that I haven't worn yet, so I'm just gonna try everything on. And as soon as I did, I immediately broke down and started crying. But very like happy tears. It was just an overwhelming sense of euphoria. And that's when like me and my therapist kind of figured out we're like, yeah, we think transition should probably help. Once we figured it out, we realized that I had a bunch of like repressed memories about it from when I was a little kid. So realistically, I probably first thought about it when I was 12 years old. But growing up in the 90s, I just thought that it was wrong. Because the only one I ever saw were on Jerry Springer. They were breaking up families and beating people up. So
right.
Entertaining as that show was, I don't want to be like that. Yeah, so it was kind of weird to discover, like, oh, I thought about this a really long time ago.
Right. And so at that point, you were just like, this is what makes me happy, and this is what I'm going to do for me.
Yeah, and like ever since, like, not that there hasn't been stuff that's made me unhappy, obviously, but like with the physical like transition part, like itself, it's the happiest I've ever been with me.
That's
and it's
awesome.
like ever.
And that's
so. Are you planning to do a full transition or just taking hormones? So are you gonna get reassignment surgery?
Yeah, I'm hoping to eventually. I just got to do a lot more research onto like who are the really good doctors for it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because I mean, like obviously something like that, you don't want someone like messing it up and.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them like messing it up and making it look like a really terrible like Arby's sandwich or anything like that.
Italian beef. Roast
I'm
beef.
gonna be a bit confused about it, but I'll eventually do.
You're funny.
That's funny. That was funny. That's true though. So Alexa, what can you say to like people who were in your position where they wasn't feeling like comfortable with, transitioning or want to transition but is afraid to, like, what can you tell them that you've done? I know you said you went to therapy and stuff, but what else is it personally within you that you've done where you just say, hey, you know what, forget it. This is me. I'm going to go out there, bear it all, and do me.
For me, it was kind of just weighing out, and what I would say to other people is kind of weighing out like a two extremes version of a question to yourself of which one sounds worse, like transitioning and possibly dealing with any of the social like issues that come with that and any of like the potential really bad issues that come with it, or never being yourself and living in fear for the rest of your life that like someone's gonna catch you and like that you're just gonna be living a lie for the rest of your life. And that was what like tossed me over the edge with it. It was like, yeah, this is terrifying, but it's more terrifying to hate myself.
Right.
And like this, it's not that it's not terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying to transition, especially in like the Midwest and somewhat of a Bible Belt area.
Yeah.
But it's so much better than not being yourself.
That's good. And you have a comment from Savory. Am I saying that right? Say, I am so proud of you, Alexa.
Thank you. See, I told you I cried really easily because my eyes just watered up.
You on mute, Michelle?
I know I had to unmute myself, see, because my dog. I do too. I was watching Say Yes to the Dress earlier. Okay.
Who?
And somebody found their dress and they was like, oh my God, it's
yes, it's so.
It's so pretty.
I don't cry on Say Yes to the Dress. It's one of my favorite shows.
I never thought to cry. Not always.
That's why I'm going for my dress when I get married. I have to get my dress. I have to. I cannot go nowhere else. That's my plan, and that's where I'm going for my dress.
I'm getting a custom made dress because ain't nobody finna convince me that I don't need no black in my dress. I ain't nobody finna tell me I don't need black in my dress. Nobody. So what we gonna do is find us a wedding dress designer that's going to make my dress for me, and they gonna tell me I can't have no black in my dress.
I'm getting married on
the beach, you can't have no black in your dress. Yeah, well, they gonna think your relationship is depressing. No.
Do you know what?
You say you get married on the beach, Michelle? I thought about that.
Yes. I'm gonna get married on the beach. We're gonna have a destination wedding. I'm gonna have a nice flowy dress on, and that's just gonna be it. I might go jump in the ocean afterwards. I don't care. I am one with the water. I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer. I'm a crab. Okay. I live in the water. So yeah, we're gonna be on the beach.
Should I get married in the plane?
No, you can. You can skydive in a
parachute. In a parachute.
There you go. Skydive.
I said my vows and then I crashed.
Get your dress made out of a parachute. Get your dress out of a parachute. Get your dress made out of a parachute.
Yes. I could get it flowy like a parachute.
To find a man to marry that I don't care what we get married at. Okay.
That part.
I
saw a post the other day that said
for the big traditional weddings.
That's what I was gonna say. I just saw a post the other day. Somebody said those courthouse marriages lasting longer than those big elaborate ones, and I mean, it's the truth though.
That's true.
Yeah,
Hey, my sister and her husband went to our old pastor's office, got married, and they plan on pajama pants. They're going on what over 20-something years now. They got a year.
I don't know about no
got married, and they put on pajamas. They were late. They
Nah,
they partied the night. They partied the night. Sorry, sis. I ain't gonna say which sister, but they partied the night before. They was kind of late, so they had to hurry up and run. You know, they had an appointment to get married, so they had to run and get married. But they're gonna do it big for their 25th. They're gonna have a big old nice. They're gonna be good do it. But look how long they've been married.
Exactly.
They ain't paid tens of thousands of dollars for a wedding. They got married just like that, and they've been married ever since. So yeah. So how we get weddings? We were talking about
most people.
What you say, Shell?
No. I was gonna say a lot of people who have big weddings, a lot of times that's what it's about. It's about the big wedding, my day, and having these dreams,
about the show.
It's not about looking forward to this marriage with this person and creating a life and a family. And a lot of people who do have smaller, more intimate ceremonies and go to the courthouse, those are the ones who are really just, I'm just trying to marry you and live my life with you. I'm not really trying to put on a show and feed people and get them drunk. Like
we're not a social media couple. We're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, impress the public and impress, you know, we just want to do this, you know, so we can be right, live right, and be together and blah blah blah. The end.
Yeah. So speaking of marriage, Alexa, how is your dating life? Like, how is that now that you have started transitioning?
I was gonna get that.
We're talking about marriage. Let's talk about relationships and love and how that.
Hold on, let me put down a coffee and pick up my tea.
Look, let's have to take a drink for that. Hold on.
Look, everybody got
put down a coffee, picked up her mimosa. Okay.
Let's get the tea.
So far, honestly, it is just non-existent. I haven't really cared about dating, but it is. I'm still on certain sites like Hinge and Tinder and stuff like that. More so for like boredom and entertainment.
Don't get on Tinder. Tinder is more like a prostitute site, ain't it? Something like that. Isn't Tinder like a lot of people? I know my friend was like on Tinder and she was showing me the people now. I don't look like either pedophiles or like just weird. Everybody on there looks weird. I'm like, why are you on this site? Like,
I have a friend that went on Tinder, and her first week on Tinder, she swiped right on one of the first dudes she swiped right on, and they still together today for 5 years. He a good man, and I'm like, I've been
that is crazy.
I can't even get a Tinder date to take me to Applebee's. Come on, man.
Because I saw maybe it was the guys who messaged her then, because they said everybody you meeting look like a pedophile or something is wrong with them. I'm like, get off of Tinder because these people are creepy. Like the lady that kidnap you, chop you up, and eat you, or sleep with your kid. I don't know, but for real,
not chop
they
you up
look
and
creepy.
Eat you.
Yeah, super creepy. Especially for trans girls, because it's like a curiosity for people.
Oh yeah.
So there's like a weird almost like fetish thing with it too. So a lot of it on dating sites getting hit up by couples.
Wow.
To be like people's like unicorn, which it ain't gonna happen.
I can see that.
So you get like a lot of maybe married men, you know, on those sites, like trying to come to you because it's something that they want, but you know, but then they married. I was just thinking about Pose, and on Pose, the show, and that man was married and was dating what's her name? What's the main lady name on Pose? What's the name? You didn't like Pose?
I have no idea.
No, it was a show. Y'all didn't watch Pose? Oh my God, that was with Billy. That was a great show. It was about talking to Billy Porter. It was talking about the transgender community and about their life, and you know, a lot of them, you know, how they families disown them, and then they came to the houses of transgender women who built mothers that had the house, and they, you know, took on the teenagers that was out there on the streets or whatever, and they had a whole they do a fashion show and the Kohl's, and it's a really good show. It's on Netflix, It's like I forgot how many episodes. I actually can't wait for. I hope they put another one on. But y'all should watch it. Like it really helped me to understand the trans community. You know, watching that show. Like I really like. It had me see what they go through, and like it's really good. It's like a really good. It's watch it. Watch Pose. Hey Billy Porter, sponsor me. I just like promoted your show.
Like
it's called Pose. Pose. Yep.
Okay.
POSE. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's really good. It's probably like 6 or so many episodes. I think 8 episodes or something like that. But it's really good. You should watch it. All of y'all should watch it. I think everybody should watch it.
I've seen a couple of episodes, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing. It's so good. And it's
I be getting too caught up.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it again. Actually, me and my sister, we gonna go back and binge watch it.
I want to watch. Anybody seen Harlem? This is completely off the subject. Anybody seen Harlem? I want to watch that, but I ain't heard too many people talk about it. It's on Prime. No, all right.
Oh, no.
I saw that.
India Moore.
India Moore.
Is that what you said? It's
India Moore.
I was gonna say India. India Moore.
Is that?
I think that's her name, but her name on the show oh my gosh, my mom knows. Her name on the mother. If you're watching the show, Google. Can you type in who played Alexa? No, it's not. It's Alexa. We gotta Google.
What are you looking for? What are you trying to figure out?
Who? The Pose characters. Hold on. It's like it's not Alexis. It's hold on. So you got Angel
Blanca?
Diamond. Hold on. Nope. She was one of the main, but it's
All right.
Hold on. Pray Candy Ashley. Why they got look? She should have been the first one up there. They got her. They don't have her as one of the top people. She was like one of the main. Electra. She played. Her name was Electra on the show. Her name is Dominique Jackson in real life. But she was the one that had like she had to bear the full transition. And so I was okay. So Severine, she watched it. Angel Lulu Electra, yes, Electra. That's who it was. That she was dating a married man, and when she had the full surgery, he got mad at her, and he said that he didn't want to be with her no more. He broke up with her because he wanted her to keep her part, her full part or whatever.
Yeah.
Candy, yes. Y'all gotta watch the show. Tell them. Am I saying her name right? Severine.
I think so.
Okay. Tell them that they need to watch that show.
Yes, ma'am. We'll watch it. So anyway,
yeah,
Alexa. So it was very brave of you to come out, and I know with therapy and everything, it's hard for me sometimes just to even do things that like my family don't even like. You know what I'm saying? And they're not as drastic as changing my gender. So what's something you do to keep you going, to keep you motivated, to keep, telling your truth? Because it's not that easy. It's not as easy people think. Like you could just wake up and be like, I'm going to be a girl today. And then it's just like, okay, life is all peachy keen. So what do you do to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself positive and keep yourself on the road to your truth?
So for me, there's a few different things. Like every morning before I leave the house, I hype myself up a little bit in the mirror. I usually spend like 5 minutes or so, like after I do my makeup and everything like that, like just making myself feel good and feel like I look cute that day, so that way I just feel confident. But then a big thing for me is I've been a musician since I was like 14, so music's very important to me. So I make certain playlists depending on what's been going on lately with like transitioning. I'll make certain playlists on Spotify that like get me like super hyped up. Which has been like kind of my big one lately, has been listening to things like newer Kesha, not like old Kesha. Like stuff like that is very like empowering to women in general. And then I obviously like my support system helps. Like I realize that most trans girls aren't as lucky to have as much support as I do, but with like friends, family, and like my coworkers, they're constantly making me like feel better when anything goes wrong, or like they're just making me feel valid the entire time, which helps tremendously.
Nice. That's good. That's good that you have a support system, because that's very important.
Yeah, I'm luckier than most. No one has written me off yet, and I know for a lot of girls that's usually the case. So I'm very, very blessed.
That's good. It's funny. I have a playlist too that I play. My morning playlist for when times it's feeling a certain way, and it's a mix of some crunk and some hip hop and some R&B and some gospel. We could be praising Jesus 1 minute and then getting low the next. So music is the bomb. I'm so serious. I be sitting there like, is Jesus pleased with this?
But sometimes you just gotta go with what you're feeling at that moment.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. And my empowerment song is Chloe. What's her name? Bailey.
Oh yeah. I like that.
You think I had some booty and hips? I be like, yes, you can't get a piece of me. I know you want to. I know you see all this. You can't have it. Just say, "Yo, Lord, have mercy." Sorry, yeah, that's my song.
I've been a little uneducated with the whole binary thing, person. So what's the difference? Is there a difference between like transgender and binary? Can you just elaborate a little bit more on what binary is?
Yeah. So, and granted, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of subterms that go with it, but so you have fully transgender women and men, like myself, being a trans woman. I have a friend that's a trans male, where they fully transition and they are fully, their gender is fully male or female. When non-binary, there's quite a few different subcategories. So you could have, it basically just means that they're not necessarily one or the other, that they're in a more of a gray area. And granted, I can't fully speak to all of the terms underneath the category of non-binary, but I know there's ones like for example, gender fluid might be somebody who one day feels considerably more male and then the next day feels considerably more female. And now even some people, though, in the non-binary category, some people will still transition, but they won't necessarily transition as aggressively as I would. Because somebody that's gender fluid doesn't necessarily hate or have any dysphoria with any of their maleness, for lack of a better term. Masculinity. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. But in my case, any of my masculinity causes severe dysphoria. So for non-binary people, it's kind of like that. And I think the last I heard, doctors are thinking that because it's a little bit more of a spectrum, since you have things like non-binary in there, they're thinking upwards of 10 to 20 different potential gender identities really probably exist. So it's one of those things. It's kind of how sexuality started off. At first, we just thought that there was straight, and then after a while, we're like, okay, there's gay and there's straight. And then eventually, I remember, I'm just old enough to remember when the B got edited into what is now the LGBTQIA+.
So what is IA?
So the I is for intersex, and A is for asexual.
Asexual.
Okay, yeah, because I remember seeing you had that on one of your posts, and I was like, what is IA now? Now you said plus on it now too. Okay.
Plus is queer, gender queer, right?
Or more.
Are you talking about what? I'm sorry, what was that?
The plus stands for gender queer, or
yeah, it's just kind of meant to include anything that we can't fit, that that doesn't Because I mean, after a while, it does get lengthy. So I understand that it's hard to kind of keep up with all of it. Because like technically, even when you say LGBTQIA, there's other things that are left out, like pansexual is not in there, non-binary is not necessarily in there. So I always tell people, because I have clients all the time, they're like, okay, like if I say LGBT, I don't mean to be offensive. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, just,
right.
If you're ever confused on what letters to add, just stop somewhere after T and add plus. You can say LGBT plus, LGBTQ plus. Like, as long as like you're trying to put in that effort by adding the plus into it, most of us will usually be fine.
Now, are you someone that got offended by like Dave Chappelle comments, like how Dave Chappelle calls it the Alphabet Crew? Is it the Alphabet Crew they call it? He calls it the Alphabet.
See, I don't know why I did not expect that to come up, but I'm actually kind of more than okay with it. So I've been for a long time. Even like in my days of being like closeted and more like repressed, I've always enjoyed his comedy. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I don't think that special was his funniest work, but it had nothing to do with being offended by it. I just thought that he was just a little bit too aggressive about one topic. However, my big thing with like stuff like him, or I know like with like J.K. Rowling, some of the transphobic statements that she's made in the past, is like there's so many more important things going on that like I don't really care if a comedian tells offensive jokes towards my community. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't help our community, but like in the South, trans women of color are constantly getting murdered and beat up and raped, and yet we care more about what a comedian says, and that gets national attention because Dave Chappelle made a joke about it. But when women are dying in Alabama, nobody cares. I wish that people would just like that stuff would become more important as far as like the trans community is concerned.
Yeah, so going to the to Netflix protesting to take his show down, that should have been maybe put to the White House to add more protection towards transgender women instead of the whole protest of Netflix taking down Dave Chappelle's show. It's like that. Like it's like for some reason people period put so much more effort into things that when there other things need more attention to it. So like they protest on certain things when it's so much more that's going on in this world that attention can actually go to and make a difference with. So had they put that attention to, like you said, transgender women getting raped and murdered and things like that, all those people should have came together at the White House or somewhere to add more attention to that and maybe help stop, that's the hate crime, instead of trying to take down a comedy show on Netflix. It was just so much happening with that. Like, put your energy towards something that really needs it.
No, you're 100% right. And like, I remember too, it was also the first time, because I mean, obviously, like, as assigned male at birth, and obviously I'm white, so I was born with a lot of privilege. And so like, being trans is the first time that I've had to experience anything that even remotely feels like what it's like to be a minority in this country. Right. And I feel like the Dave Chappelle thing was definitely one of those moments, because working in a barbershop, like, we talk about everything. Anything that's in the news, we're going to talk about it in the shop, and that's just what happens at barbershops. And I found it funny that after like a while, like some of my coworkers at different points would ask me my opinion, but like I would see all these clients like arguing back and forth about, was it funny, was it offensive, and like I kept looking over like, is anyone going to ask the actual trans girl like if it's okay? And I was like, man, I'm like, this must be like what it must be like to turn on like CNN or Fox and see a bunch of white dudes arguing about whether or not something was racist.
Right.
It's like kind of infuriating. I'm right here.
Expert opinion.
Yeah, like I feel like
here's
morning, Jason.
Hey, Space. What's going on? Long time no see you. You must be off this morning.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Who's Space?
It's Michelle and Shay for me. What you done drank this morning?
She ain't had no coffee.
It's the coffee.
She had
for
some
me,
espresso
baby.
in her. Coffee Kahlua.
I had a so-so coffee today. Can I get
right?
Oh,
Need the extra 5 shots of espresso.
15 shots of espresso and a splash of coffee.
And don't forget my sugar. Look.
That's how you gotta do it. That's how you get your day started. Faye said he's been super busy. Busy is good. Busy is good.
Busy is good. Well, thank you for taking a moment out of your busy day for us. Oh, thank you
today. Thank you. Thank you. It's all about Alexa Ryan. Alexa, I'm just happy that you came on the show and you spoke about who you are and what you went through. Can you tell people where they can find you, how they can follow your story and how they can get in touch with you just in case they have any more questions for you? Of course, always you can come on to Monday Morning Talks and leave questions in the comments. But also, if you want to talk to Alexa personally, where can they find you? How can they get in touch with you?
Sure. And first of all, thank you guys for having me. Like, this is just, it's so cool to be able to be on a show like this and have a bit of a platform to kind of speak about what it's been like so far. If people do want to find me on Facebook, you can just find me as Alexa Ryan, just like you see on the screen. Or on most of my social medias, you can find me under the tag name Paranormal. It's all one word. I'm going to see if I can try to pull it up. And it's probably going to have really bad glare to it. And then, that's my Instagram handle. And then I use the same thing for like Twitter and TikTok just to make everything nice and easy. So, and then especially anybody that has like questions, like whether it's people wanting to be a better ally or people that are in the LGBTQ community and just be a friend to chat with, feel free to hit me up anytime.
Awesome. And if they want to get a good line, where they can get it at?
That is at
right.
And you can contact me through the same socials for haircut appointments as well.
Awesome. That's dope.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
You're awesome as well.
You're awesome. Hold on. I got a mistake made.
I seen that too.
Call it before you
called it
quick.
I wasn't gonna call you out.
She'll always do but she usually will text me and be like, take that
you like, see, you should have just took it down.
You should have took it down and changed it without saying something.
I know. Right. I didn't even know why I did that.
Especially not with me around.
It's still there. I could have sworn I just changed it. Oh, I didn't save it. Hold on. I'm gonna get you right. You have
to get it right, or pin a comment. Pin it in the comments.
Yeah, I could always leave a comment on it.
Yeah, that too. So that's right. Facebook, Alexa Ryan. Your other social media is paranormal. Is that right? That's right. All right. So that's where you can find Alexa. And again, thank you so much. You can stay on with us if you like to go over hot topics. If you would like to, we would love to have you on for hot topics.
Oh, I wish I could stay on. Unfortunately, my day.
I was like, okay. Well, thank you again, Alexa, and hopefully, you'll be back soon once you, just tell more once you get, your whole transition going, and we would love to hear your story about how, your days been following your transition. I follow you, so I'll be reading your posts all the time anyway. So I love following your journey and seeing, how strong you are doing how you are through this whole process. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much.
No problem.
Thank you, Alexa.
Thank you, Alexa.
Anytime. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Have fun, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now we're going to get into some hot topics.
This Jay, you
anyway,
I love Miss Jay.
So anyway, we're gonna get into some hot topics, and again, as always, as usual, it just seems like another week can go by and we have we have tragedies, and unfortunately we want to say RIP to Demaryius Thomas. He's a football player for the Denver Broncos. Yeah, and so
go ahead, Shell.
What? Oh, you said it. You said Broncos. Oh, okay, she looked it up. So yeah, so he died like months after retiring from the NFL. It was due to unconfirmed medical conditions, but basically it was said that he was suffering from like seizures on and off, having like on and off seizures from what I was reading. And so Sunday, the Broncos did a whole moments of silence. They did a video of him. You know, they played. I don't know why I'm getting chills, but they did. Yeah, they did the video. They had a video show of him and his journey and stuff like that. And so he wasn't that old either. And so it's sad. He was like in his 30s, right? Am I correct?
I think
very young man. He was like 37, right?
Yeah, he was 30. Yeah, something 33, 30, something like that. Yeah, so he was young, and so yeah. So unfortunately,
I think he was actually from here in Georgia. I know he played for Georgia Tech.
Okay, so I missed that part.
Yeah, he has some Georgia roots.
Yeah, and so the players had his number 88 on their I think on their helmets during the game, and they had 88 posted up as they were playing, and they wanted to play and win in honor of him, but of course they played the Lions, so it was an easy win for them to win in his honor, and so so. They, don't
do my daddy team like that.
They ain't had to play that. They ain't had to play that hard. So
don't do my daddy team like that. So.
Sorry, Daddy. I'm so sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, they haven't been doing well this year. They are horrible.
They won one. Okay, they won one.
They won one out of like 12 games.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
So rest peacefully, Demaryius Thomas, and prayer goes up and sent out to his family and friends, and of course his teammates. And then another sad story that really just had me broken down was Nick Cannon and his son Melissa Scott. They lost their son. Is it Zen? Zion? I don't want to say
Zen.
Zoe.
Zen.
Yeah, and he had some kind of brain cancer. He had ended up having a tumor that grew in his head, and they said that he was like coughing here and there, and they was wondering like why his head was getting so big. And Nick was saying that he just thought like he was gonna have a big head like him or whatever, but the coughing was worrisome and the breathing, so they took him to the hospital. And they did some tests, and they found out that he had a tumor growing in his head. He was 5 months, I believe, and he passed away. And Nick talks about it on his show. He got emotional, basically made me cry, and it was very, very sad. This is a savage child, and so of course Nick can't look at. So he reminded me of my nephew so much. So I look at him as like family. I've been watching him since Nick at Night, and so yeah, so it was just
everywhere.
Nick don't look like my nephew. That's a grown man now, baby.
He is.
Yeah, my nephew. Yeah, he reminded me of my nephew Judy. He reminds me of Judy so much. Oh yeah, he's grown. He can get it, but he's just saying. I ain't say he is my nephew now. But yeah. So big up to Nick and I mean not big ups. I'm so sorry. I'm saying. That's another Nick story. That's another Nick story we got to talk about. But condolences and prayers sent out to Nick and his son's mom, Alyssa Scott, which is actually my niece's name, Alyssa Scott. And so prayers sent out to them, for the loss of their baby. And then another Nick news, I forgot to put it up there, but he had a penis print put out on his pants, his show. Some people said that was publicity. That he was. They said some people said. I know everybody talking about it, but I missed it. Some people said that it was publicity because like his they said his ratings wasn't up. They said how did he get? You know what I'm saying? He racked it. but just by doing a show, maybe he thought about me. So who knows? But Unique had some
he thought about
spam going on in our comments, and so maybe so yeah, it was there, it's printed. It was printed there very nicely, very to the side, tucked away to the side.
You finna see the actual thing in about 5 seconds.
And so yeah.
Not that I haven't saved in my phone or nothing like that,
I did. Let me see.
I just texted it to y'all. You can't show it on the show, though.
I'm not gonna show it on the show. That's why I did. That's why I didn't put it. I didn't. It's daytime TV.
I thought you was gonna put it up on your phone and put it up there on the screen.
No. That's why I didn't put it on. That's why I didn't put it in there in the thing. It's daytime TV. I can show it on Unfiltered. Can't show it on Monday Morning Talk.
Okay, I was gonna say, hold on now. This is a family-friendly show.
That's why it's not in the comments. But yeah, so he yeah, Nick gotta get Nick. That's why he got kids. That's why he likes to fertilize. So
thoroughly.
And some other, it's like sad, but also like commending, like great news, but sad news at the same time. My Bears, I said, look at that picture. Look at who is that on the ground? He running like that. That's okay. But I'm proud of them.
He running and still.
I'm proud of them last night because they had the lead for the first half with Green Bay. It's been years since we was in the lead for the first half with Green Bay. Usually, first half, Green Bay already done got 27 points. We got 3. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for us to be in the lead for the first half with Green Bay showing Aaron Rodgers, you don't own nothing here. You know what I'm saying? I think we just needed to get that point proven. Like, you're never going to leave us bogus. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So it was a good game. It was a close game. Second half, yeah, they showed out or whatever. But we played our butts off the first half. And so I'm proud of my Bears. I'm not going to say that's tragic. That's a tragic moment this week because they did really good. I'm very, very proud of my team that I can say.
And this is why I stayed on because my Falcons won yesterday against the Panthers. And we are actually about
y'all got 2 games. Y'all got 3 games in now. That's great.
Look, hold on though, because if the Saints actually end up beating the Buccaneers, we actually might have potentially a chance at going to having a wild card. So shout out to my Falcons real quick. I have to
shout out Falcons. Shout out Falcons.
Okay, hello. Rise up,
Falcons.
Rise up
to the Falcons.
Stop playing with the Falcons. Rise up. Let's go.
Good job, Falcons. We gonna get you that whole wild card.
Don't play with us. Peace out. A-Town down. Don't play with us, shout. You see it? Don't play with them dirty words like that. Period. Okay. I hope they come back for real and do something big for real.
I do have some unfortunate news about the Chicago Bulls. They lost to the Heat.
They lost
98-118. Saturday they played the Heat, but we have some injuries. You know what I'm saying? We have some people out. I think DeRozan is out. We have
Milwaukee Bucks had injuries out. And they still won the championship. So what that got to do with anything?
What year was that?
Okay, on that note, that was last year. That note,
anyway, we talking about Bulls this year. Bulls. All right, this is a great team we got this year. All right,
that was this year. That was just a few months ago, though.
And they didn't lose by much.
Because we've been on
a winning streak. Okay, we've been on a winning streak. Michael Jordan has some losses too. Let's not forget, and they still came back and won 6 rings.
But guess what?
All right, so
they had losses. They had some losses, not all losses.
No, Bulls ain't got all losses. Bulls just started. They lost 2. That's Saturday and Wednesday.
And how many did they win?
We a hell of a lot. You ain't been here seeing me report on the Bulls. How many games they done won? Bulls on the streak, baby. You better start watching the basketball like you started watching football. Bulls been winning. We got a whole all-star team. We had a couple of hiccups the last 2 games, but Bulls been killing.
Okay. Well, ladies, I'm about to
roll out. Falcons.
Okay. You're not going to talk about my Falcons. Okay.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about basketball. Let's talk about the Hawks and how the Hawks went to the finals last year and the playoffs and almost beat the Bucks.
But did you say last year? We're talking about this year. Let's talk about this year.
Okay, but that was just a few months ago, like Shell said. We ain't got to the finals yet. We haven't gotten to the finals yet.
That championship ended. How are the Hawks doing this year?
When the finals happen again this year, and if the Bulls make it to the finals, then we'll have that conversation then.
But how are they doing this year? That game happened. That been done. They didn't even make it to the playoffs. Why are we talking about a game they didn't win? They didn't win. So
okay, but they went to the finals. Did the Bulls make it to the finals last year?
Went and won. It's 2 different.
They played in the final round. They was playing against the Bucks.
That's great.
They went for the title. They were the
present. What is their present? What's their present? How are they doing now?
They're doing well right now. They 13.
Well, that's well. They good enough. Well, they good enough. Better than not better than the Bulls.
And what's the record? And what's the record for the Bulls?
Let's see. Let me look because we're gonna see right now.
We ain't done nothing since.
Bulls is number 3, baby, in the Eastern Conference. Bulls is number 3. Okay, where's Hawks? Number 9.
Once again, okay, and we was the underdogs, and nobody thought we was gonna make it, and we made it to the end. So my point again is we made it to the finals. We was the number 2 team in the overall entire NBA in the National Basketball Association. We was number 2 overall.
Housewives and saying how Nene was great on the Housewives, but she's not on there no more. I mean, that was last season.
We can say what we want to say, tomato, whatever, however you want to put it. We was the number 2
I'm just saying how Shell was trying to talk about my Bulls.
Not even in the conference. We talking about overall, sis. Overall.
Okay. The Bulls is number 3 right now this season.
Right now, we'll see what they are at the end of the season. That's my point.
We will. Ain't this still preseason?
Ain't this still preseason?
No.
Ain't this still preseason? This ain't even the real regulation.
This actual season.
No, it is.
This actual season.
Oh, okay.
This actual season, Michelle. Where you been?
All right. Girl, watching Paternity Court and say yes to the nurse.
You know what?
And they beat the Nets, who is the number 1 team. We beat the Nets, who is the number 1 team. Okay, I just want to put that out there.
That's
okay.
Fine.
So, thank you.
I feel like the Bulls, there's nothing wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong with them this year. Last year, Bulls was non-existent.
I hope you know what I'm saying? The past few years,
the past few years, Bulls was non-existent. So we're gonna celebrate.
We said we're not talking about the past because I just said.
I know I'm not.
I mean, the Hawks
saying this season. I'm reoccurring. I'm referencing that this season of the Bulls is everything right now. Everything. So now we want to get it. We talking about Bulls. So let's be talking about some Bull crap. I feel like they spent too much time on this crap. That this Jussie Smollett case, who was found guilty of filing false charges and all the fake reports or whatever it was about. I didn't really follow the case too much. I was listening here and there on the radio about what was going on.
He said that
he was messing around with
2 guys that beat him up was blackmailing him. They had sex or something. They was training him, and he had sex with the brother.
With one of them,
was blackmailing him. So that's how.
All right, ladies, I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all next week.
Hold on,
I gotta go.
I didn't see this picture, Miss J.
I told you.
I was talking about.
I told you.
That's fake, right? That's
Miss J gotta go be big things.
I thought
because every time I get it,
he was on his show. It was
Inside Atlanta on YouTube. It be Miss J with. I said Miss J with everybody nowadays. Come on.
Hey. Now the one I was talking about, they had on his actual show. It was going through his suit.
When he had them red pants on. That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's why I thought you was on the show. But I don't know. I don't think this one is real. I don't think he'll post a picture like this in real life. I think
somebody leaked it. That's what happened. That's what it looks like.
But it don't even look like it's attached.
That thing big and he know how to use it. That's how he gets.
Skinny dudes. Skinny dudes You know what I'm saying? That's just how they are anyway.
They got a third leg. I keep telling you.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I done seen some skinny ones
Most of them
got toothpicks.
Okay, but that's on another show. That's on the after show.
Right, we'll talk about that later. All right, love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
All right, love you, Miss J. Have fun.
Bye, ladies.
CTYL. So going back to Jussie Smollett. So you were, I know he said that he slept with one of the guys or whatever, and had some kind of relationship. No, just one of the brothers, the one that was training. He sent him $3,500 for the training and food prep or something like that. And from what I heard, I think he was like messing around with like Lee Daniels, right? The writer of the show. And they had some kind of relationship. That's when you start seeing like most of the homosexual relationships and sex going on in the show. It seemed like when him and Lee Daniels started like hanging, you didn't see a lot of it at first. It seemed like it started to come like towards when they started dating. And I think they supposedly said that he did that because he was trying something. Either he was going to get fired from the show or something. He wanted attention from the show or something. So that's why he did that to himself. And I'm like, why you couldn't call him, dude?
I don't know if they're renewing contracts. Maybe he was trying to get some more money or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I still don't understand the purpose of it all. But people want to cancel him. Look, I know people who done less and get forgiven, for more. Yeah. So leave Jussie alone. Let him live his life.
First of all, he's not gonna do 6 months. I think they probably just give him like probation or something. But something needs to happen. They put too much time, effort, money in this crazy crap. When it's all these unsolved murders in Chicago, you worry about a celebrity getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? So what? I mean, not so what.
Didn't he pay somebody
why are we putting so many resources into this? We going to court, news press, and you got all these kids missing, all these kids murdered, innocent people murdered. And where's those resources? Why is that not news? Why is that at court? But we worried about this man saying he got beat up by some MAGA supporters. So what? Trump supporters or whatever. So what? I mean, not so what? It's a hate crime, yeah, but they ain't found them people. So I don't say
didn't nobody beat him up.
Ain't nobody exactly. And y'all know that. So just like give him a silk fan and keep it moving.
And black boys get beat up
by a silent investigation
every day.
Exactly. That should have been a silent investigation. We should not have even had known about it. And it should just been kept silent out of our presence, out of our city. And the resources going towards where it was needed. But anyway, off of that crap. That was just some straight crap. So we're gonna we can go into Stevie J and Faith Evans. This horrible divorce they're going through. I know you were saying Stevie J is trying to get her for spousal support, but I heard first she was going to get him for spousal support, and then we went and filed it on her. So it's like a crazy tough divorce that they're going through, and it's just so weird. Like, because at first it was weird to even know that they was getting married, that they was together, and then find out like
but they was talking like they was so in love though, like. They had this long friendship, this and and then he was like, can't nobody handle me like her. But then I seen a video of her and him, and they was in their room, and he was like disrespecting her, calling her all kind of names. So like Stevie J obviously is the same ignorant nigga that you see on TV. Like he is that in real life.
Stevie J needs therapy. Something really happened with him. The way he treats women, he's a womanizer. Yeah. He really needs to seek therapy for real. And then they said Faith supposedly had been cheating on him, and that's what he's saying, that she cheated on him, and so that's why he filed for divorce.
And then he turned around and said she ain't never cheated on me. I wouldn't say that about my woman. And then he apologized and said all these nice things about her. And then you see him in the video like, yeah, look at this bleep. I mean, he's so disrespectful. I cheat on you too, sir. You ain't who it.
Yeah, I guess Faith felt like you. That song, she definitely felt a love like that before, because he wasn't it. And leave my girl Faith alone, like for real, because she will definitely bust out a song on you and make you look real stupid.
Yeah. First of all, she's too pretty for him. First of all,
very much. Yeah.
She's too classy for him because
yes.
I know
she is like she didn't belong. Like
Biggie. Yeah, even when Biggie was out and it was Biggie and the Pac and that whole situation, you never saw Faith come off her square. Exactly. So that's how I knew she was a classy lady. Like she, she did what she did. She might have did what she did and done what she done, but she ain't coming out her bag for you. So I know, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
Yeah, but like when I saw her on Love and Hip Hop, I was just like, why are you even on this show? Like, this isn't a show for you. Like Stevie isn't a man for you. Like he messy. He's very messy. And unfortunately, like the way he did Jocelyn, like and Mimi, like he's a womanizer. And I don't know, huh?
I said, do it like it's your B-Day. Sorry.
I love Jocelyn. She was like my favorite person on Love and Hip Hop, for real. I love her because she was a boss. Like she didn't put up with nothing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's my favorite until Cardi came because
Cardi became her. Like Cardi was her.
But Cardi was Jocelyn with talent. That's
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
So I was like, when I said Cardi, I was like, oh, so you got attitude and talent. Okay, my girl. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Jocelyn. But I like the Jocelyn now that's like got the man that loves her and appreciates her and the mother.
I really hope he love her for real, unconditionally, and not for fame or what she can bring to the table. Like, I really hope that's true, what she got. Because I didn't like the fact that she had all those strippers around him. Like, I just didn't trust him. Like, when the strippers and the prostitutes and shit with her cabaret show, and they was all, you know what I'm saying, in the house with him and stuff. And I'm like, I don't trust that. I mean, I know you go both ways, Jocelyn, so you might have a couple of them in the bed with both of y'all, but at the same time, like, I wasn't digging that, having those girls around. I mean, plus some of them didn't respect her anyway, so they probably would have tried to get, you know what I'm saying, at her husband behind her back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just,
but you know what?
That's up to her
husband to make sure that they still respect his wife. So even if you're gonna be a hoe with it, it's up to her husband to make sure they don't let them pop out. That's my thing. Now, don't put nobody in the fire and expect them not to get burned. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain level of responsibility that the other party needs to have as well. So that's always been my thing. Like that other person needs to have some type of responsibility and accountability to the fact that, you can have the finest thing in your face and she can bust it however, but you as a man should be able to say,
nah,
I'm good. Yeah.
My woman right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, do it like it should be day. But yeah, get back to Stevie J. He's a jerk, and I'm so glad that that's over for them. Only because the way he's talked, I mean, just from what I've just seen, I can only imagine what she'd go through. From what I've just seen, he's so aggy and he's so ignorant and he's so disrespectful, and no woman deserves that. No woman at all. And he needs to get his life together. Now I see why he's 50 years old and this is his first marriage. I see why. You know what I'm saying? Because you got issues. Yeah. You got issues, sir. You got issues.
I'm surprised he even got married.
I'm 40 married.
I'm 40 and I'm not married. I got issues. People on we got issues. They don't understand what they don't understand. They don't understand the good thing when they got it. So they run it pretty much. Yeah, so that's that. Forget Stevie J. Faith, go off, be you, do you, you're beautiful, and you can get any man you want, I believe. So go on, find you another Biggie or Pac.
Just like it should be there. Sorry. I'm gonna get that song out my head one day.
Yeah, that song was there in my head. So that was all the hot topics I had because, we had to cut it a little short because we had Alexa Wright on, so I didn't put up too many hot topics. And so that concludes our show. And just again, want to thank everybody who tunes in, who's watching. Oh, I gotta give a shout out to Antonio. I forgot to put his picture up too. Antonio is one of our favorite viewers on here, and we were asking for a picture of him. That's like, hey Antonio, how you look? And so he sent a couple pictures, and so I didn't get to put it up on the screen, but I'm gonna put this up here. That is our Antonio with that beautiful smile.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes. Look at that smile.
That's one of my favorites.
I don't think he was watching this morning because he didn't shine in.
I know. He might have been busy or at work.
So Antonio, if you're shining, if you see this show on another day, just know that we shouted you out and we love you. And we thank you for your continuous support and your beautiful smile. And one day we'll have you on the show so you can show your smile in public. Also, thank you all, everybody who tuned in and watching.
Picture.
Huh?
We'll do that next week. I said I'm gonna show y'all Mark picture next week.
Oh yeah, we want to see Mark. Yes, Mark, send us a picture. Michelle got one of you. We would like to see you as well. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all please subscribe to our YouTube page, Monday Morning Talk. We're trying to get our subscribers up. I'm actually gonna push that even more now. Also continue, if you haven't joined or follow our Facebook page, Monday Morning Talks, like that page please and follow it. And just continue to be a support for us. And we love y'all. We thank y'all. And we hope that you all have a fabulous, blessed, prosperous week. And thank you again. And have a good day. Bye, everybody. We're going to keep waiting until we end.